hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Guys, today I'm going to be doing a live talk through tutorial for you guys, doing this look right here. Obviously, if I was wearing anything else, that would be weird. I'm going to be using a couple of shades from the Urban Decay Afterdark palette, which came out kind of recently, and a few other shadows. So if you want to learn how to do this, keep on watching and we'll get through this together. Let's get into it. Alright guys, it has been forever since I have done a live tutorial, or any tutorial for that matter. I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with Urban Decay's Primer Potion, Anti-Aging. I don't know why it's on my fingers, that's why I'm showing you on my fingers. I'm not just like little bunny foo-fooing all over the place. Alright, I'm going to start off with MAC's Soft Brown here. I'm going to be using my Zoeva crease brush, and I'm just going to use this for the transition color. I'm going to put it into my crease, and then I'm also going to go above the crease as well. I'm going to drag the color up a bit, quite a bit. You can create this look in the shape of your eye if you want to, just keep it in the shape of your eye. I like doing the lifted look, so I'm going to lift it up here on the outer corner, like toward the tail of your eyebrow. Get out of here, hair. Nobody wants you. I'm just kidding, I want you on my head, but not like on my face. I already have enough hair there. Sideburns. Just blend this out until it looks like a soft, delicate little cloud, like cotton candy. Anyway, there's the transition on the top. I'm also gonna get the same color with a like smaller pointed brush, and I'm also gonna apply that to the lower lash line because I like for the lower lash line to have a transition as well. So let's get started with the colorful stuff now. I'm gonna get the color Supersonic right here. So this palette has like kind of a bit of fallout, so I like just tapping it onto the, you know, the package or something else that you can tap it onto. Why am I going into such detail about tapping? Anyway, tap your brush so you can let all that excess product fall off into the air rather than all over down your face. So I'm just applying this to my whole eyelid. So there's the top, nice and pigmented. I love these shadows. And then I'm gonna get a pointer brush and I'm gonna apply the same color to the lower lid here to line it. So once you're finished doing this, it will probably look like you have a case of pink eye or bad allergies or something. And just bear with me guys, it's not gonna look that weird forever. You wouldn't look at a painting of a person and it doesn't have like a mouth or eyes or anything yet and just judge it immediately, so same way with this. So now I'm going to blend the edges, just the very edges. Don't move the color up too far or anything. I like just keeping it where it's at. So I'm just kind of doing like a back and forth motion here. It doesn't have to be perfect blending yet. I'm gonna go back over it with my with the crease color again later on. And on the lower lash line here in the outer corner, be careful because these colors like to just go shoo. They like traveling, and I don't want them to travel. I want them to stay right here. I want them to be a hermit. The next color on my list here is Sinful. This color is so pretty. So I'm just gonna get that, and I'm actually using the brush that comes with the palette, the shorter side, not the fluffier side, and I'm gonna put that in the outer corner of my eyes. So these colors are nice and pigmented. I love that. I love that. So you don't have to be like really rough or heavy-handed with these. These mix pretty well and they go on pretty pigmented like I said. So little light tapping motions are good enough to really mix the colors together. And whenever I'm mixing here, I like going over it as much as I can to blend them together to where you can't tell where one stops and the other starts. I want it to be blended. Then I'm also going to apply that to the lower lash line as well, kind of blending it in the same way you did on the top there. So now our eye looks like a beautiful ember. So now I want to add some purple to the outer corner here. I'm going to use my Kat Von D Single Metal Crush Shadow in the color Danzig. I think it says on here, the thing is all scratched off. Anyway, here's the color. There are two purples in this palette as well, but they're not the exact color that I wanted, and I will show you the difference right here. Y'all are obviously more than welcome to use the colors that are here in the palette, so you don't have to be jumping back and forth. Here in the middle is the Kat Von D one. You can see it's kind of dark. This one is Backfire from the palette, and this one is Druggy from the palette. So you can see those ones are very different from the one in the middle, and that's why I'm choosing the one in the middle. So I'm going to keep on using this tiny little brush here that we used for the inner corner and stuff, and I'm just going to apply that right here in the outer corner. And I'm gonna put it kind of there in the crease and drag it forward to meet the yellow. But I'm gonna drag it forward really lightly. I'm gonna like get the yellow and drag it this way, and then I'm gonna get the purple and drag it back that way. Just have like back and forth motion. Let's just pretend like the two colors are arguing back and forth, and nobody's a winner. So they just blend in together. I'm going to apply that to the lower lash line as well. I didn't tap my brush off good enough. There's fallout everywhere. Then also do the blending motions here too. And then here on top, we also need to blend. If you feel that the red gets a little bit lost, grab some more, fix it. We want it to be a nice transition from the gold to the red to the purple. Now I'm going to get my MAC 217 to blend the edges out a bit, real softly. So I'm going back in the crease with soft brown to kind of help blend things out a bit more and to just add more color because I feel it kind of got lost a bit. I'm using my Sigma E25 blending brush. This one's kind of like on the flatter side like this versus like a round blending brush. And I like using that in my crease. It helps it stay more focused toward the crease, I feel. So anyway, we're doing this. I feel that the soft brown color really like helps pull the whole look together. Now to highlight my brow bone, I am getting cream from the Lorac Pro 1 palette. Here's the color right here. My brush is going everywhere. You can just get any brow matte color or shimmery one if you want. Shoot, if you want to sparkle, then sparkle. That was just the first palette that I grabbed that I saw, so I just grabbed that one and that's what I'm putting up here. And then what I also like to do is sometimes to kind of carve out the color, the shape, not the color, is just drag that same highlighting brow bone color underneath here. And sometimes if the lower lash line was like not super sharp, it can help sharpen things up a bit. And then I'm gonna get my blending brush and I'm just gonna blend everything to perfection. Just finishing touches. Alright guys, the shadows are done. Now this is the part where you either curl your lashes, put on mascara and stop there, or go another step and put on falsies, and that's what I'm gonna do, so I'll be right back. Lashes on, the eye is completely done. So let's do the lips now. You can pair this with a nude if you don't like mixing colorful with loud lips. I'm gonna do a red lip. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat lip pencils in the shade Kiss and Tell. My lips are all chapped. I'm so sorry guys, I need to like chug more water these days. And now I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Karina's Love. I love the shapes of these and I love the formula of this stuff so much. For the cheeks, I'm just going to go kind of light. I'm using Benefit Cosmetics Coralista color here. Coralista, however you say it. And I'm going to apply that kind of with a light hand. I just want a soft flush of color there because there's so much color going on in my face. And there you have it, guys. The look is done. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope my live tutorial wasn't too bad. I'm gonna try and get better at this. I just need to, you know, get used to it. I feel that it's hard to instruct and let your personality shine at the same time. It's rough, guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please thumbs up. Please subscribe if you've not already. And until next time, guys, goodbye. Mwah.